Lesson 6. The comparative form. The comparative form for adjective helps to compare two different things. For example, a lion is more dangerous than a cat. So, this is the way we compare one with another. In other words, if you want to compare the size, a lion is also bigger than a cat. Bigger. Big. The comparative form is bigger. Dangerous. Comparative form, more dangerous. We can say there are two tomatoes. One is bigger than the other, or one is smaller than the other. So this is the way we compare. The children playing with blocks are younger than the students going to school. This is the children playing with blocks are younger than the students going to school. So young, the comparative form is younger. Here are some more examples. Saving money this year has been more difficult than last year. Difficult, the comparative form is more difficult. This is difficult. It's a three-syllable word. Every vowel can be separated as a syllable. How many vowel sounds do you hear? I, D, I, F, the second one, K. So there are three vowel sounds you hear. So it has three syllables. So if it has more than one syllable, we have to use more. If not, we'll be using ER to compare. We will see that later. Japanese cars are much better than American cars. Spanish is an easier language to learn than English. Tamil is an easier language to learn than English. Than compares the one language with another, one thing with another, one object with another. So it's always may not be necessary to use than. We can see some examples where we won't use than. So that way we can express the meaning correctly. Compared to last year, saving money this year has been more difficult. Same thing. Saving money this year has been more difficult than last year. This is one way. Okay. The other way without the than, compared to last year, saving money this year has been more difficult. Compared to American cars, Japanese cars are much better. The other form, Japanese cars are much better than most American cars. Here, compared to American cars, Japanese cars are much better. Look, without the usage of than. Let's see one more usage without than. Compared to English, Spanish or Tamil is an easier language. How did we use here? Spanish is an easier language to learn than English. So for example, there are two tomatoes. This is a big tomato. This is a small tomato. You are using the word big and bigger to, we can say this tomato is bigger, this tomato is smaller. When we want to combine these two sentences, this tomato is bigger than this tomato. Look, this tomato is small. Or otherwise, this tomato is smaller than this tomato. This is a big tomato. This is cherry, another one. There are two cameras. This camera is cheap. This is only 100,000, 2,000 bucks. This camera is expensive. This is 10,000 rupees. So to show the difference, we will say either we use cheap or we say expensive. The word cheap is little smaller. So there is a one syllable, means only one vowel. We just add ER if it is a single syllable word. Cheap becomes cheaper. Expensive has three syllables. Expensive, three syllable word. This is a bigger word. So we use longer words, more. We don't add ER. We use more expensive, more interesting, like that. Okay. But one syllable word like cheap, even though this is called diphthong, where E and A are there is only one vowel we listen to, we just add ER to it. Okay. So some people use more cheap like that, but that is bad usage. Expensive takes more expensive. Cheap becomes cheaper. So in making a sentence, we use the word than in case of the thing, right? So to making a sentence, we use the word than. This camera is more expensive than this camera. In other words, this camera is cheaper than this camera. So rules for comparative form are, there are three possibilities making the form. Okay, one syllable word, for example big, has one syllable. Like old has only one syllable because you hear only one vowel and you add ER to it. I is only one vowel you hear in the word big. Therefore you add GER, bigger. So it needs one extra G and the ER. In case of two syllables ending in Y, noisy, two syllables, but since it ends with Y, you replace it with IER, noisier. Okay, so Y, if it ends with Y, two syllable words, you have to replace it with IER, busy, become busier. Two syllable word not ending in Y, we will see that in the second time. Ending in Y, you replace it with IER. Look, interesting, two or more syllable words, we add more interesting. The comparative form is used to show the difference between two things or two people, two groups of things or two groups of people. That is what is called comparative form. There are rules for using the comparative form. Let's see the rules. This is the comparative form rules. One syllable words and two syllables words ending in Y. Two syllables or more not ending in Y. Let's see the rule. For one syllable word, we have to add ER. Example, big. Just add ER to it. Bigger. For old, add ER to it. Older. For nice, add R to it. Nicer. Young, just add er. Younger. Fast, just add er. Faster. Cheap, cheaper. Two-syllable words ending in y. Take a look at that. In that case, you have to remove or drop the y and add ier instead. Example, noisy, noisier. Remove the y and add ier. Busy, busier. Crazy, crazier. Lazy, lazier. Funny, funnier. Dry, drier. Okay. The third type is two syllables or more, not ending in y. In that cases, we have to use more. Do not add er, okay, or don't change it to ie or something like that. Let's see some examples. Dangerous, more dangerous. Expensive, more expensive. Comfortable, more comfortable. Humid, two syllables, right? More humid. Tired, tired. You hear two syllables. More tired. Acceptable, three or four syllables, right? You say more acceptable, right? Okay. There are some exceptions. Let's see the exceptions which don't follow the rules given above when making comparative form. For example, good. The comparative form is better. Okay, we won't say gooder or more good. We say better. Bad. The comparative form is worse. We won't say badder. Okay. Far, further. Don't say farer. That's wrong. These are all exceptions. That is, exceptions means they don't follow the rules. Fun doesn't make funner. It is a single syllable word, but we still say more fun. Okay? Remember these things. Never use two comparatives together on an adjective. Like, don't use more cheaper, more noisier, more older, etc. It is all wrong. No two comparative words go together. Okay? That's all for now. Take the class and practice a lot. Take a quiz. Comparatives. Choose the correct form of the comparative in the blank spaces. These are all the adjectives. Pause the video, read the question loud, fill in the blanks. Example, I am much dash dash you are. Old is the clue. I am much older than you are. Okay? Complete the rest. Let's see the answers. Substitute these answers and check your answer paper, okay, and practice it. Okay, goodbye.